First off, it's Charles J. That just in case you ain't heard of me, they told me it was too late. But I promise that I'll be the first to speak. Most of these rappers, they fake. But you can't have your way, this ain't Burkhead. Everybody said it won't be till they see smoke, then they realize they'd rather have turkey than me.
What it do? It's 903 Boxing. I'm your host, Charles J. Say, man, shout out to my audience. Shout out to those that's rocking with me, man. We back in the kitchen. There's a whole lot of goddamn sauce in this pot, man. So let's get to the shit, man. Texas prison had to do another part. God damn it. This part 9. Part 9. White boy named Lucky, the white boy blood. Listen, 5 years I did in prison. This was one of my closest homies. Now, keep in mind, I went to prison at 18 years old. I wasn't on no pro-black shit. I was on some blood shit. I didn't know nothing about no black shit. I had never heard of a lot of shit. I didn't really know nothing about Malcolm. All I heard about was Martin Luther King and Rosa Parks. And I didn't really give a fuck about that shit, just to be honest with you. I told you one of my goals when I went to prison, a part of me was excited, just like most youngsters. We're excited to go to prison because you feel like you can earn stripes and come out big and everybody respect you. Yeah, that's the goal. Go down there, earn some stripes, get in plenty fights, put in some work, get your name known. And, you know, when you get out, everybody show you love. So that was my goal. So after a couple years, keep in mind, my 4th year, I stopped banging. My 4th year. And I may tell that story. That may be part 10. Part 10 gonna be how I stopped banging. Which is, yeah. Okay, so part 9. Let's see, I met Lucky. I had been gone because I got shipped to this unit because I got in some trouble. So I had been gone like 2.5 years when I met Lucky. And I had been at this new unit for about a couple months. And I got in trouble again. So I'm in medium custody. So I'm headed to the child house one day. And white boy he was like, hey, you know where the dog's at? You know where the dog moves at? I was like, yeah, I'm a blood. What's up? So he was like, yeah, I'm a bounty hunter. I was like, what? So I lock up with him. What's up? Listen, because, you know, that's just how it is. And also, by this point, I had been gone 2.5 years. So I'm used to seeing white boy bloods. Yeah, I'm used. Now, before going to prison, I had only seen 2 white boy bloods my whole life. But what shocked me more than the white boy blood is the Mexican bloods. I had never seen Mexican bloods. It's a lot of them in prison. It's a lot of them. Them motherfuckers be taped up and everything. You know, but the Tongo Blast be taped up and they can't stand us. But anyway, now I saw a lot of Mexican bloods. So at this point I was used to seeing a lot of non-blacks that roll with the blacks supposedly. Anyway, so I lock up with them, but I'm in medium custody and he in population, so I don't see him no more. Fast forward. About 1.5 years later, I'm out of medium custody. I'm on a whole nother side of the unit. I'm in 4 building, which is where the OGs are at, and it's solid over there. Because at first I was in 1 building with all the youngsters, and it was nothing but chaos and confusion. But in 4 building, it's square business, ain't no bullshit, and straight stomp down motherfuckers in 4 building. Stomp down. All the OG bloods was in 4 building. All of them. So, and it was weird how that was. 4 building was all the OGs, but 1 building and 3 building was all the youngsters, and 2 building was medium custody, and 5 building was the Christians. So, 5 building was the snitch safe building and stuff like that. And that's where a lot of the gays was. Yeah, that's where the gays and the Christians was in 5 building. Anyway, so white boy Lucky come to 4 building. And so as soon as he hit the dorm, look, cause it's square business. These bloods, they ain't on none of that type of shit. They ain't on no friendly. So they ain't just so welcoming like that. So he come through, and next thing I heard, hey man, white boy in here, he say He was like, you know him, man? He knew you from the other side of the unit. And so when I seen him, I was like, oh yeah, that's Lucky. Yeah, he good. I immediately vouched for him. Cause I was like, yeah, as soon as he came in, he was looking for the Bloods and he wasn't hiding that shit. So I immediately vouched for him. So when I vouched for him, he was good. Not saying I was no OG or nothing, but I had enough respect to where if I'd be like, yo, white boy good, I know him. I acted like I knew him more than what I did. I had only met him one time in passing. But I vouched as if he was square business and this and that. So anyway, white boy, blood Lucky started fucking with me strong. By this time, me and him eating every day. We sit and talk every day. He telling me about his family. And like I told you, I didn't know nothing about being black at the time. Nah, I was just a blood, and you know, I was young and on some other shit. I was not on no racial shit like I am now. Nah, cause I would have knew. Let me tell you something. Anyway, let me finish the story. Okay, so me and the white boy Lucky fucking around strong every day, all day. That's who I'm fucking with. I had a few other homies, but I was fucking with them too. But me and Lucky were fucking around strong, eating together. All that we drinking, we chilling, we sitting down in our own little spot talking every day, all day. So he telling me about how his mother is very racist, but he got a black girlfriend and got her pregnant, and he was telling me how she made him abandon the baby, and he abandoned the baby. And he was just talking about how racist his mother is, and I'm like, how this motherfucker become a blood and you was raised up racist? I'm gonna explain that later. Anyway, so he was saying how he abandoned his baby, and even at this time, even though I was a gang banging motherfucker, I was like, nah, bro, don't let your mama keep you away from your child, bro. He was like, but man, she was gonna disown me, and I love my mother. And he was like, I was like, bro, but that's your child. And so he was telling me how the black girl he had pregnant, she was a meth head and all kind of other shit. So I was trying to convince him, bro, to get back in his child life. I used to tell him all the time, bro, be a father to that child, man. After a while, your mother ain't gonna have no choice but to respect it, bro. But don't disown your child because of your mother. So that was a big discussion we used to have. So, and that was in my young and ignorant minded ways, but I still wanted him to be a father to his child. So, man, we talking every day, we kicking it. After a while, it was another blood. You know, he was more known than me. He wasn't no OG or nothing, but he was very known. And he was out of Dallas. So I started seeing how Lucky started kind of fucking with him, and he was fucking with Lucky. But the Dallas blood, see, let me tell you something, bro. Even though you a blood, it's bloods that don't like you. You know. Yeah, they don't tell you that shit. It's bloods that really want to look at you. It's other bloods that's going to really want to look at you. He just looking for a reason. Bloods fight each other all the time, just like Crips fight each other all the time. So it's going to be bloods that really want to try you. It's going to be bloods that don't like you. And it's going to be bloods that do like you. So this blood, he really didn't like me, but he wouldn't say it. So anyway, I noticed they start fucking around strong. And by this time, I am kind of, because before I stopped banging, so around the time Lucky came, within the next couple months, I started kind of transitioning my mind. I started reading more. I became way more mature around this time. And I wasn't on that gang shit as much, but I was repping. But I was reading more. I was educating myself. I had got my GED and certain shit like that I was doing. And, you know, and I was going to church and shit like that. So he fucking with the other blood, and I'm noticing that. And so when I stopped banging, Lucky was still coming fucking with me, but I watched him fade away and started fucking with the Dallas blood all the time, just like he was fucking with me. They eating all the time and all that. But he would come back every now and then like, oh, some guilt shit. Hey, I fuck with you, bro. I just got some other shit going right now. I mean, you my dog, though, bro. You my best friend. You know what I'm saying? Because me and this motherfucker were like best friends for real. That white boy blood Lucky was one of the closest motherfuckers I was ever close to in prison in 5 years. And I had a lot of motherfuckers I was close to, but Lucky, me and him was close, bro. That was like a brother. And it was understood I was gonna fuck with you when I got out. It was understood like we on some brothers for life shit. But anyway, when I stopped banging, I started peeping how Lucky didn't come fuck with me. Lucky, Lucky started fucking with other Bloods, and so by this time he caught a popular, and he in the circle of Bloods now. Okay, let me give you a little game. Looking back on that, cause I was young then. 90% of white boys that bang, for one, are still very racial. I learned this, and I didn't understand. A white boy can be racist and still join a black gang, just like a white girl can be racist and still marry a black man. But anyway, no, I'm not saying he was racist, but he was just slick. He used me to get through the door. And after that, once I got him through the door, there was no more use for me. Then he got it cool with the Dallas Blood. And by the time he got cool with the Dallas Blood, so it's just using different black dudes to get through the door. And that's how they always do. And Mexicans do the same thing. But most of the time, and another thing, 95% of whites and Mexicans that join black gangs, them motherfuckers are not dedicated. They play, it's a protection role. It's a protection role. 5 to 10% of them be really about that shit and just all they know. But bro, and you know the stupidest thing about black gangs and gangsters, that's why I don't respect none of this gangster shit. Black gangs are the only stupid motherfuckers that allow white boys and Mexicans. No Mexican gang allows black people. You can't join our shit, motherfucker. And you can't eat with us. You can't smoke cigarette with us. We can't work out with you, motherfucker. Every now and then you will see a black dude that's popular who Mexicans fuck with, but on some dick riding shit because they so scared of him and he can knock out every one of them. Anyway, you will see shit like that, like the Speaker for the Bloods. You'll see the Mexicans being cool with him. Anyway, but there is no Mexican gang that a black man can join. There is no white gang that a black man can join. You can't join a white gang, but hold on. A black man can't join a Mexican gang, and you can't join a white gang. But a Mexican can join the white boys, and the white boys can join the Mexicans. That is a fact. I seen several white boys that ride with the Tongos. But the Tongos rule is don't fuck with blacks, don't eat with them, don't drink with them, don't do business with them, don't fuck with them. And that's who we get into it with the most. But they allow white boys. So like I told you, I said this before, it's in Texas prisons and everywhere I see this. It's a Mexican and white coalition. Mexicans will ride with the whites and the whites will ride with the Mexicans. That's why I told you, I ain't never in 5 years seen a Mexican fight a white boy. You will never see the Mexicans and the white boys get into it. Mexicans ride with the white boys and the white guards look out for the Mexicans. So anyway, that's why a lot of prisons, Mexicans got out of dope because the white boys putting them on. So it's the white Mexican coalition thing. Anyway, none of them motherfuckers allow us, but we allow them. And that's one of our greatest downfalls. I'm telling you, bro, you finna start seeing white, 5-star general, blood white boys that slapping little black homies around. I'm telling you, bro, white folks and finna start just slapping the shit out of us because as divided as we are, bro, you ain't got no firepower. If a riot kick off in any of these Texas or California prisons, black folks gonna get smashed on because the white boys and the Mexicans gonna join together. And the Bloods and the Crips are still divided. And if it's the Bloods versus the Mexicans, sometimes the Crips will say, man, that's them. Man, that's them. So we're a bunch of stupid motherfuckers. That's why I don't respect none of this gangster shit. But anyway, when it comes to 1090 Jake, he done put the snitch jacket on Finessed 2 times. Finessed 2 times supposed to be one of the biggest gangsters in hip hop that everybody respect. He from Memphis. And he with mob ties. But this white boy from Florida or wherever he is, 1090J, can expose all these black rappers. But everybody want to put a bounty on Charleston head just for saying I'm gonna call the police. But this motherfucker putting paperwork out on all your favorite gangs. He ain't putting no paperwork out on the white biker gangs. He ain't putting no paperwork out on the Mexican cartel. He ain't putting no paperwork out on the none of that on no other people but black stinking ass rappers. So the white boy is exposing the rappers. And like I said, you ain't gonna hear Mob Ties say shit. You ain't gonna hear Finesse. And Finesse brought his mama online to defend him not being a snitch. Bro, you motherfucker, I never respect none of you motherfuckers. This is 903 Box and I'm your host, George J. With that, I'm out.